This conference will now be recorded.
All right, guys, what's going on? Good evening. My name is Carlos Garcia. I'm the founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to join me and my incredible teammates here. I'll go ahead and introduce them here in a second. This is part of our Masterclass orientation. Again, it's just a video explaining our service and what we do in regards to one-on-one teaching in Masterclass. I did a video last night regarding our other services and kind of the breakdown on exactly what we do, some of the benefits, the cost, and everything else like that. We've got a lot of questions regarding Masterclass, how it works, and what have you. So we decided to make a video with the whole staff so they can, we can all explain and talk about different things that we do and answer questions. Obviously, the questions will be done through email format since we had so many people ask for this link. This is a private invite only. So again, you had to request it on email, which we put on social media. And you guys came in and just started emailing us your information. Thank you so much. And of course, don't worry, we're not going to spam you with a bunch of nonsense. It's just a way so we can track and send you over the actual link that you're on right now. So again, so this is not going to be for everybody. I will post this on YouTube so people can review it at later times, of course. But as we begin now, I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Nick. Little Nick, we call him. He's in Brooklyn right now. So Nick, I'm gonna mispronounce your name. I always mispronounce it. Go ahead and say it for me.
It's Blagovisny. It's Ukrainian.
So I'm gonna give a little
It's a
background.
little tough.
I'm gonna give a little background on Nick. So as you know, I started the company in 2014. Nick, 2014. That's right.
Yeah.
So Nick actually hit me up, I believe, in 2015, asking just to be a part of it. He it was that point that we were just starting out and he just wanted to be a part of the group and part of the team. And at that time I was still building the company and he's like, I'll do whatever it takes, I'll help in any way I can. And he worked his way up and now he's teaching and now he's helping the chats and everything like that. So I want to give a special thanks to Nick. Nick, go ahead and introduce yourself, speak about yourself.
So I began looking into trading around 14. And only around 15, I remember begging my parents, or my mom, to open up a joint account with Scottrade. I don't think Scottrade is around anymore, but
They were
kind of it. Huh?
Too. Yeah. They had a Scottrade. They bought Scottrade.
Oh yeah. So I started dabbling around with stocks. I knew I needed a little more money for that. I was just testing out the different kind of markets, bonds, mutual funds, just getting a feel for the market in general. And then I got into Forex heavily, back when it was actually Forex, not like join my team, that kind of stuff. And I messaged Carlos back in, I think it was either June or July or even August. And I was still learning a bit. I still had ways to go, but I was doing fairly well with Forex. And I presented to Carlos different ideas, different trades, and we kind of hit it off. He helped me out a lot though, because back when I first began, I had a scalper mindset, and nothing wrong with scalping. It's a little tedious and it'll wear you down over a while. You can ask Carlos. I would take at least, what was it, 114 trades in a month, and that was just ridiculous. Yeah, that was just ridiculous. So he helped me trim it down, and when we were still running the Forex department, he helped me to narrow down the swings with the trades. So that gave me a lot of, specifically the Forex department, gave me a lot of experience with price action, technical analysis. So it was kind of a smooth transition going into stock options. And I honestly feel that stock options are a little more simpler than Forex for sure. There's like a rule list that you have to check off before getting into a trade and so on. And we kind of, in the masterclass, dive deep on what that is. And I just want to point out three very important keys to just trading overall is patience, discipline, and risk management. You tie those all together and you stay consistent with it, you'll see a very big chance of profitability in the long run.
Yeah, that very well said. I mean, it's all about probabilities, risk management, and that's really what the masterclass is about. Again, a lot of people, I think, jump into trading or options trading and think they really don't know what they're doing. They just, let me give this a shot. And it's something I think all of us can agree that if you treat this like a hobby, you're gonna get paid like a hobby. And hobbies don't pay. Business pays. If you treat it like a business, you'll get paid like a business. Again, guys, getting into Masterclass, when you're making that decision to join, you're really making a decision about yourself. You're saying that you're willing to invest in yourself into furthering your education. I think what a lot of people have this terrible mindset of is that, hey, if I just do this for a month, I'll master it. It doesn't work that way. You don't get to go to a medical school for a month and then they make you perform surgery. No way. Even that's called a practice. Practice, such as practicing law, practicing medicine. Trading, same thing. It's still, I consider that a practice. Hey, do I mess up? Guilty. Oh, let me make this perfectly clear. I'm gonna say this and sound crude. Fuck up a lot, big time. I make a lot of mistakes, and that's okay. Mistakes are mistakes, but you have to learn from them. And I think when you're in this master class, you're having that coach, you're having that person who's been through everything that you think you're alone on, whether it's managing risk, whether it's charting, whether it's understanding macroeconomics and how it impacts your trades, or over trading, big one. I'm pointing at everybody, guilty. Yeah, all of us
Yeah,
overtrade. And
definitely.
moon and we want to make all this money. We all want to be millionaires and billionaires, right? But what Masterclass and what our teachers do is they really set the course to guide you and they personalize your classes. Everyone is different. Again, you're the type, you're going to be a different person. You can either get a suit from the rack at Macy's, kind of fits, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. You know, you have your size, your jacket fit, right? Or you can get a tailor-made suit. Which one looks better? The tailor-made suit obviously fits to your proportions of your body. You're bigger, you're thinner, muscular, or not. And I think that's what Masterclass goes in for. It's a step above just signals. Again, signals, you're not going to get taught anything. We have so many other followers, so many other members that, again, we can't provide that single person service. Masterclass is different since this one goes above and beyond, works around your schedule, teaches you directly, again, based on your skills. I used to teach. I've taught here 4 people that are on webcam. That's Nick, that's Juan, that's Kevin, and that's Nick. I've taught them all 4. Literally, I've taught them all 4. And it took them a while. Nick over here, I had to teach him in person in Miami, Juan as well. And we had to meet at a Starbucks. We met at a Denny's. Name it, we've met there. Other than a bar, which is the only place that we didn't. But again, and Nick can tell you, I'm going to introduce Nick to Giacomo here in a second. He can tell you he didn't know anything about options until I taught him, which was, I believe, around 2017 or 2016. And 2016, excuse me, and we were going over plenty of things. But a lot of things that he was trying to learn, he never knew in school. There's not a class for this stuff like in university. I think a lot of people, they're used to the university type of style, the classroom setting, the big auditorium. Hey, what class is this? What room is this? This one is one-on-one. So instead of a master class, I think it's probably best to say it's tutoring. Tutoring, again, you learn a lot more, obviously. So with Nick DeGiacomo, I'm going to introduce now, who's in Colombia, by the way. He's loving it over there. He's just living abroad for the time being. But again, we love him for it. And as long as he has Wi-Fi, we're fine with it. So Nick, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey, everybody. My name's Nick, as you know. I'm one of the teachers here. I do trade, obviously. This is what I do. I live here in Medellin, Colombia now. But just to kind of touch up on the program, it's just important that if you're interested in joining, if you do join, you need to understand that, like Carlos says, it takes time to build the skills. You can't just jump into anything and just assume that you're going to get it right away. The key is screen time. You need to have that screen time. You need to be dedicated. This isn't some fly-by-night type of thing. There's a lot of crap out there. There's a lot of people who sell you crap and bullshit and sell you dreams with the Lambos and the money and all that stuff. The key is learning a skill, and it's learning it from people who have been doing this for a while, right? And they've been through everything. They've blown up. They've made mistakes. The key is, and I'll tell you this personally, it took me 2 years before I could actually turn a profit. I was working as a chemist at the time. And I had my moments. I remember, can I do this? Is it possible? I went through all the emotions, everything. The key is again, what we do, how the course is structured is you have to have a plan and a system, right? There's people who say, oh, take the emotions out of trading. You're not going to do that. You're an emotional being. You're a human being. The key is just to have a perimeter around your trade, This is what we discuss. You know, have the targets, have your level of where you get out if the trade doesn't work, and then stick to that. I know it sounds easy to talk about, but it's really difficult because, again, you're subject to impulses. Most people trade off of impulse, you know, or what the guy on CNBC say, or I'm going to follow my buddy said Tesla's going to go up today. The key is having a system that you can rely on. Now, in the program, how we do it is we usually start with the indices, right? So I focus on futures with my guys. When you get under my wing, we go over all the indexes. We look at yields. We look at the dollar. We look at all the different metrics that are either inversely related or related to things, you know, depending on, you know, what we're discussing. And we talk about fundamentals and all that. But the key is not having 20 or 30 different tickers that you're looking at, because what you need to understand is that you need to have a focus. You got to have a focus on the behavior of what you're looking at, meaning the behavior of the security you're looking at, right? That's the key. That's the key. And so if you're looking at 20 different names and you're wondering, well, I'm just going off of impulse, I don't have a system, I don't have a plan, I don't know, you know, I think I manage my risk, but you actually don't have it notated, you're not going to make it. So what we teach in the program is this. Again, if you worked for a firm or if you work for a bank, you're going to have an accountability buddy. There's going to be somebody checking on you, obviously, because you're playing with their money. So naturally, when you're alone in your bedroom or at your office, who's checking on you? Nobody. You just have to answer the guy in the mirror or the woman in the mirror. And that's very difficult, especially if you don't have a mentor or there's no accountability. That's what the pitfall is. You know, technicals, how to understand charting, all that stuff is pretty straightforward and pretty I wouldn't say easy, but that's the easier part of trading. That's the easier part. You need to put in time on a daily basis. I know everybody works, they have a job, they have other obligations, a family. You don't need to dedicate all day long. I mean, this is what I do all day long. I'll guide you, but the point is that you got to have, you have to want it. You have to dedicate time every day. Just watch it. And then when we discuss things, what I do is I give a roadmap every week to my students. I say, listen, these are the levels for the week. Don't take my word for it. You got to watch it and see, oh, we got to here, and this is what happened, and this is what happened. The key in this business is confidence. You have to develop it. It's non-transferable. I can't PayPal you that and say, okay, let me give Brian or Stephen confidence. I'm going to send it to you right now, and you're all good. That's an acquired thing, right? Just like if like Carlos said, if you're a physician and you're in practice or you're in medical school, you're not going to operate on anybody right away. You might operate on a cadaver your second or third year, but you're not touching a real person. And this goes for anything. And you need to specialize in what you're looking at, right? So most people, they get into the business, they want to make a quick buck. I get it. I was the same way, right? You want to make money. I want to make money too. That's why everybody gets into this. But if you're chasing the money, it'll always be fleeting. You're never going to make money. If you trade well, the money is going to be a byproduct of that. So you need to come in with the right mindset and just be eager and willing to learn. If you have that mindset, you will do fine. But the key is take it slow. You have to take it slow, and you have to learn before you swim. That's the key. You know, people join the Signal group. You know, we had the COVID, the pandemic. You have a lot of people out there that are gamblers. They want to come in. You know, you just want to get their fix. They come and go. It's a revolving door. So again, if you want to do it and you want to acquire the skill, it takes time. Any professional will tell you that's been in this business, you know, 10, 20, 30 years. They'll tell you it's not impossible, but it's difficult. But what you need to do is you need to dedicate, and you got to have somebody that you can have an accountability buddy, somebody that's not full of crap, somebody that can actually walk with you and show you, not show you and tell you what you need to hear, what you want to hear, but show you and let you see it. That's the key, right? I mean, what we do here is good business. I love what we do. Unfortunately, I live here in Colombia and South America. I trade for a living. I teach as well. I mean, this is what we do. So, I mean, like I said, this is the place you want to be to learn. We have great people here, but at the same time, you got to be serious. You know, if you sign up and you don't take a class and you just want to take signals and I'm going to refund you, I don't want you. You know, that's the key. You don't sign up to take trades. You sign up to learn and grow. That's the key. A lot of people get that confused because you get a lot of young guys, you know, or mostly guys with the ego. Women tend to be the best traders. So if there's any women in here,
so true.
you got that edge. You got that edge going for you. But men, especially younger guys, I'll wrap up here in a second. You know, the younger guys, they come in, you know, we live in that fast-paced society, right? It's microwavable. I want it now. I need it. I need it now. Like J.G. Wentworth, where's my money? I need it, right? So again, you know, if you want that, go buy a scratch-off ticket at the gas station, or go to. If you want to actually learn a skill, you're in the right place. And again, this isn't some fly-by-night stuff. You learn futures. We go over all the indices. You know, everything that we do can be seen in real time, right? So again, it's our job to transfer the knowledge that we have, and you actually see it when we go our separate ways during the class, right? It's not just, oh yeah, let me trust this guy Nick. Okay, no, you got to see it, but you will. And again, all my guys will attest to this. You know, I've taught a lot of people over the years now. You know, I never saw myself really as a teacher, but here I am. You know, so I really love what I do. I do love it. I go above and beyond for my guys because, again, I'm no different than you guys. I'm really not. I mean, we're all basically wired the same. So the key is just getting somebody with the experience to help you, right? And like Carlos said, there's no school for this. You have to, that's why it's tricky business, because you need to find somebody who's credible. You got to find somebody who actually knows what they're doing, is not full of it, right? And there's a lot of that. So, you know, that's really it. And again, if you're dedicated, you can do well, but don't expect it to happen overnight. Consider it a skill that is to be acquired over time. And again, I give a spreadsheet to my guys. We track your trades. We go over the thought process, because again, a lot of trading is behavioral. It's all behavioral, right? The technicals and all that stuff, that's pretty straightforward. You'll learn that pretty quickly, but it's all behavior, right? What are you doing? Why did you get out? You got out because you thought it was going to go down. You thought this. Again, thoughts are what? They're nothing, right? So again, you have to have criteria to be met, and we go over that stuff. So again, we're not wired to trade as human beings, but it can be learned and acquired. And that's my piece.
All right, Nick, thanks so much. I think what you're trying to reiterate here is that it does take some patience, take some time to learn anything. You weren't born knowing what you know now. I taught you. I wasn't born knowing what I know now. I learned on my own. But again, I'm more of a self-learner personally. I mean, but again, I lost a lot in order to do that. So what we really do is help individuals kind of learn from our mistakes and make sure that you don't. And that's what I really, really reiterate. And like, hey, don't do that. There's a reason why we don't do that. There's a reason why we don't do such and such trades, or we don't do this sort of thing, because it's bit us in the ass before. And that's usually the case. So we want to make sure that people don't repeat our mistakes.
The goal is to minimize.
Just what Nick is reiterating here is that he's all about that personable approach. And I think the other Nick is the same. Juan, who's going to speak next, is the same. Again, it's all about personality. It's all about personable. Does this person work out with you? Do they have the heart of a teacher? Are they willing to coach you through the ups and downs? Because there is going to be ups and downs. I mean, guys, you see me on the morning note every single morning answering your questions. And that's only for about, 10 minutes a day. So these individuals here are going to be with you throughout the period of your learning, helping you. You also have a chat room where we have Masterclass chat room where Kevin is on and Nick is on. We'll go over that here in a bit. But I want to introduce our last teacher. Kevin, don't forget, I didn't forget you. But Kevin is not exactly a teacher, so I'm going to put him last. So Juan, I'm going to give Juan a little bit of time here to speak and introduce himself. And again, Juan also speaks Spanish. So we have a lot of people that ask, oh, do you guys teach in Spanish? And Juan is our man with the plan. Juan Gomez, please.
All right. Not sure what much more I could add after all that Nick said. I mean, we're pretty much in the same spot. We both learned from Carlos, so a lot of our experience comes from there. Now to go a bit more on my side, I've been trading for, I want to say already 6 years, probably 7 years already. It's been a long way. I started with penny stocks. I did, pretty much everything that starts back, people start back in the day, Robinhood, all those things. And I was scammed a lot, to be honest. I signed up for a lot of courses, and it really sucked in a way because basically they will come in, they will teach you everything, and then you will speak to the teacher and be like, okay, so how's your trading going? How's the market right now? What can I do right now? Are you making money? A lot of the answers that I got from them is that they weren't really trading, that they were mostly just teachers, and that really pissed me off. Okay. Eventually, through friends of friends, I ended up meeting Carlos, and they told me, listen, Carlos is the real man. He would really teach you the way to go and how to do things, right? So I started with Carlos, and he teaches me the way. And man, honestly, I loved it. I loved a lot the way that he does it because it's honest. He teaches you, he shows you his wins, but also losses, which is very important because you don't know how to manage a loss
There was
sometimes.
plenty.
And
There wasn't
it was
just like
yeah.
one or two. There was plenty.
Oh, trust me, I had a bunch of losses to be honest. I mean, blown accounts, the whole nine to be honest. That's part of the experience, I guess. Okay, so for me, that's a very big part. Risk management. If I had risk management back then, I would have never lost all that money. Okay, so that to me is the biggest part when it comes to teaching. I like a lot of the perception. I like to look at the long-term game. Like I just wanted to thinking like, oh, you make a lot of money today, but the day of tomorrow you don't make any money. The idea is for you to be making money consistently in the market. To think of it like an ATM machine more than a casino, which is what most people have the mindset right now. It's like, oh, it's a casino. I just go in there, let me just double my money. That's not the case. You want to be thinking about approachable numbers in your account. Like, okay, how much do I need to make to actually make a limit out of this? That's what I like to focus on. How much risk do I need to have to be doing that? So my trading approach is very nimble, very practical. I try to see, where it's moving. I get in on it, and that's it. I don't like to be holding stuff for a very long period. The guys know that. The guys know that I love volatility. When the market is going down, I'm there like trying to like bet on it and all those things. Okay, so that's the whole gist of it, and they hate me for it. While the whole market goes down, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it, put. And then the whole market is like, what are you doing, Juan? You're long. I'm like, well, I mean, you gotta roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the money's at. Okay, so that's the main thing about me, guys. I mean, my main thing is obviously risk management. Again, I will repeat that a lot. The long view game and be very nimble in the market. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it.
Juan, can you do, hate to ask you, but can you introduce yourself
Sure.
in Spanish for our Spanish speakers, please?
Seguro. Bueno, Juan, no sé si alguien aquí está en español, pero si habla en español, llevo enseñando 5 años más o menos en el mercado, he hecho todo, opciones, penny stocks, todo esto. Cualquier pregunta, no quiero hacer esto muy largo. Si quieren escribirme, escríbanme directamente a mi email, Juan G.A.R Capital, está en el chat. No quiero hacerlo muy largo para que la gente no se pierda, porque obviamente sé que más me llevan en inglés. Entonces, cualquier pregunta, por ahí pueden escribirme, ¿ok?
Hablalo.
Oh, great. Thank you. So that's Juan, our teacher. That's Nick, and then Kevin's having some issue with his mic. Kevin, how's your mic working? Okay, his mic is out. Okay, so I'll speak on Kevin's behalf. His mic is out. So Kevin Garcia, we're not related. Maybe long lost cousin, who knows? But he's not related to me. He's like a brother to me. Don't get me wrong. But again, we're not related in any way. So don't feel there's any kind of, oh, I hired him because, it's my aunt's son or something like that. No. Kevin has skills. Kevin is a trader full through, and that man is ice in his veins. If there's a guy that trades with literally zero emotion like a machine, it's probably Kevin. Like, to get emotion out of that guy, good luck. It just doesn't happen. The guy is just ice cold. He's a Terminator. That's why I call him a Terminator. His thing mostly is futures. That's his thing. So again, Masterclass also does future trading, but is additional fee on top of that. But he talked a lot about futures because that's how he based a lot of his trades on, which is E-mini futures, NASDAQ futures, S&P futures, Russell, oil, gold, what have you. But again, we still integrate that with our options trading. So I apologize that his mic isn't working, but he'll be on right now. If he has anything he wants to say, he can type it on the chat. That's totally cool. But he's the head of our sales team. So he actually helps the Masterclass new members if you reach out to him to kind of get you started with teachers and get you on board and everything like that. So enough with the introductions. I know I took a little bit of your time. Let's get to the meat of it on what Masterclass is. So I'm going to take over here. I know you guys are probably tired of me talking crap, but whatever. I'm here, you're here. So let's rock. Okay, so let's talk about it. The first thing here is, number one, the hub. Again, I talked about this on YouTube. The hub is Discord. Discord is everything to you. Discord has everything you need when you're a Masterclass member. So we're going to go and start. Again, we talked about this on the previous video on YouTube. If you want to take a look at that, it's our services, and you can take a look at that. Again, welcome here, start here, rules of service, FAQs. I highly recommend you read that. All the signals for students will be on the premium signals group. As you can see today, we had QQQ and Facebook. We post everything on there. So again, you still have the same signals as you would premium members, but there's a little more, and we're going to get to that. So you have two things. You have your Discord and your WhatsApp. So if you are become a student, you need to get WhatsApp, again, free for everybody, but that's where the teacher is going to reach out to you through WhatsApp, again, through text or through the computer. They have a computer desktop mode. So if you have any questions, the WhatsApp is the best way to reach to your students. But as you know, sometimes teachers can get a little busy. They're teaching. That's totally fine. That's where me and Kevin come in when it comes to Masterclass students, and Josh, who's not here on the video right now. But again, anytime we have someone has a question that you cannot reach your teacher, which is okay, he's teaching, you can ask here on the Masterclass. Me, Kevin, or Josh will be assisting you. So again, you always have the backing of the team. Very, very important. This is the Masterclass student chat. It's very, very fun. It's a very tight-knit community. Everyone's out there pumping each other up, helping each other out, which is a good thing. Again, that's kind of the community we wanted to build. It's not a fly-by-night company where we're just like, we want to take your money and get the hell out of here. No, we're here with you the whole time. If you are a platinum member, which we'll go over pricing in a second, it's a lifetime. So you're with us as long as we're here. And I don't see myself going anywhere anytime soon. I love this business too much. I love what I do. So take it for what it's worth. So this is the Masterclass student chat. Again, any questions you have are here. This is where it gets really fun. Now we have watch lists and charts. So you probably think to yourself, oh, well, some guy on this Discord telling us what we should get into and what we should not get into, blah, whatever. Well, this is a different game because me personally, every trade that we do, every signal that we send, I chart it and I send it out exactly. Every week I send out a watch list showing you exactly what we're watching. This week, for example, Home Depot, DAL, which is Delta Airlines, Federal Express, Southwest Airlines, Netflix, and Disney we're watching. None of those alerts hit, but that's okay. But Facebook did, and we actually posted the trade exactly, and you can see it. It says Facebook here, breakout again, like we saw on the UOA. I'll get to that in a second. Breaking of that falling wedge, and you can see 300 calls have 26,000 involved. Okay, so I posted that right after I posted this signal. They filled the March 26 300 calls, $3.65 each. We posted the watch list so you guys can see exactly what we did and why we did it. It's extremely important that you understand why we do something. We just don't throw spaghetti on the wall seeing what sticks. That's not how it works. It's all about precision. I always try to equate it to a sniper. You got to know what you're doing. You got to have a target. If you don't have a target, you don't know where you're going. You got to know what you're going to hit. So again, that's where I posted there. And what happened when we posted that? Well, you tell me, guys. Pretty good, I think, right? Can't fake the funk. It's right there. And no, this isn't demo trade. This is real money that we trade with. No messing around here. If you're in it, we're in it. And if we're in it, well, it's up to you if you want to get in it. We can't force you, but we are all in the same trades. That's what we do. And keep in mind, we only trade mega cap names. Why? If we did penny stocks, there's a lot of manipulation. Low float, low volume, or manipulate penny stocks to whatever you want, aka pump and dump. Not here. I think, listen, I give credit to my guys here, but I don't think we have the clout to move Facebook. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. I highly doubt that we have that kind of clout, guys. We don't have that clout. If you notice, it's really the big boys. Facebook, QQQ, Apple, Tesla, the big boys. We don't mess around. Again, if you want to go by fly-by-night, arrow time from Wolf of Wall Street's nonsense, that's not us, guys. We trade mega cap stocks. Again, we don't have the ability to change options markets. Okay, don't give us that much credit. We don't have that kind of sway. But again, we're not the only ones that see what we see. A lot of people can see what we see too. I mean, I would assume that we're not the only traders on the planet that saw this technical pattern on Facebook. Again, I speak to my guys every single day on WhatsApp. We have our own group where we swap ideas and we talk together. And then this is what we did. And we both came up with, said, hey, let's get on those Facebook calls. They had great volume and we executed and we profited today. So well done. Well done there. So we also had QQQ here. How about this? I posted this. QQQ seeing a bounce off 310. Support here. The retrace of yesterday's fall is 316.71. We should get that break where the 50-day DMA is, which is the 50-day moving average, right there, 316.20 something. And our 318 level, our strike is right at the 100-day on the hourly. Really speaking, the 320 level is focused with a rebound. Look at this level. This was posted again at 2:04 p.m. on March 19th. So you can see right here where we were. So this is where we were. Let's see where we are. Let's go to QQQ. And I'm going to go ahead and expand this. And where do we get to? Actually, the high point. We broke 320. Well done, anybody? Well done. Well done.
Great
Again,
trade.
we charted for you guys. We showed you exactly what we were expecting. I'm not saying we get it right every single time. Boy, do I wish. But hey, seeing exactly what we do, showing you a chart when we make a trade, that's extremely important because it helps your focus in the future. It helps your learning. Of course, if you have any additional questions, you ask your teacher or you ask the chat room. And then, of course, me, Kevin, or Josh can assist you. But again, the Watch List and Charts channel, part of GNN, G.A.R News Network. I know a lot of people think it's cute, but hey, it's effective. And you can see here, this is from Friday, 3/14/15 to where we are now, 3/18/83. But we got out earlier today, and here's our profit level, 80%. So can't tell me that you can't predict market moves. You can. Again, the problem is that people think they predict. It's not about prediction, it's about reaction. Again, based on moving averages and technical analysis. This is why you will hire these teachers that will teach you to see exactly what we see even before we see it. Because we can't see every single trade, every single stock in the market. It's almost impossible. But once you have your niche and once you learn, you start figuring out on your own what works for you. You have your own watch list, you do your own technicals, and then you work your way from there. And again, sometimes our students see things that we don't even see, and that's even more fun. When they're like, hey, did you see this? I'm like, wow, good call, I didn't even see that, and they catch it. So again, we just showed you 2 trades that we did recently. Again, it's not all roses and rainbows. You do make mistakes, things happen, and that's totally fine. But again, it's very important that we put the watch list and charts on every single trade, what we're watching every week, so you have a visualization. Visualization is very key. I'm a very visual learner. I need to see things. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are very similar to me, where they see the chart, they see why we're getting into something, explain it, and what the expectation is. That's very, very key. That's a part of the teaching service as well. Upgrades and downgrades, we do that with premium members. You get that access to as well. Economic calendars, you get access to that as well. All the explanations. Unusual options activity, I think that's a big home run to everybody. Everyone loves it. I handle the unusual options activity, so I'm always watching. Yes, I did Facebook unusual options activity last week, and what did I do? I hit it again this week with you guys, so everyone gets some fun. But students get access to unusual options activity, so all good. Student-only trades, yes, Josh handles and I handle the student-only trades. He likes to trade as well, and he does very well. Sometimes we get it right, sometimes we don't, but that's okay. These are little higher risk trades. Don't join just because there's more trades. That's not the reason to do it. But again, these are more for the advanced traders that like to see exactly pinpoint accuracy or pinpoint exit points on when they should get into a certain trade or have little higher amounts in their portfolio. Again, we have people that have millions in their portfolio. Yes, that have millions that they're trading with, and we have some that have $5,000 that they trade with. Maybe if you have $5,000 to trade with, maybe student-only trades won't work for you. Maybe unusual options activity won't work for you. Maybe just the premium signals and watching the charts is enough. And that's totally fine, totally fine. Now, one more piece that we do as well, and this is probably my baby, my favorite group is my investment club. Investment club is probably my favorite. And what's great about it is because I show exactly what I own, and I show you exactly the levels I am to buy. At certain levels, what I do and invest every single week, every single month, every single year. So for example, I broke it down. I buy SPY-G every week. I buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Stellar, and Tezos. I put some money to work monthly, meaning I put some money into my brokerage account. I put more into our dividend portfolio, which I built specifically just for our investment club. And my Fundrise REIT, again, that's not part of us. That's just something I invest in. And of course, I also have my IRA. So any questions on the investment club? If you are part of the masterclass, you get investment club included. So you get to be part of another group. And investment club is really, really fun because it's a lot more calm, I like to say, but it's a lot more long-term thinking because it's investing than anything else. It's not trading. So we also have masterclass unusual options activity where Josh handles. So he's taking a look and seeing what else is out there, what's moving. These are more of the high flyers, what moves quicker and what have you. So again, this is just a watch list, but again, it's more information to you. It's helping you moving forward as a student. So that's our Discord, and this is what it does. So again, Discord is your hub. Right when you sign up, obviously you get signed up with a teacher or with Kevin or Nick, and they walk you through exactly what happens. Now, you won't be put in the Discord right away, and I'm going to explain why. A lot of individuals have something called FOMO. I think we all know what the hell that means, right? Fear of missing out. And sometimes, guys, you're not ready to trade yet. Sometimes you are. I'm sure Nick and Juan can attest that some students are a little more advanced and they're like, hey, I'm ready to roll, but there's some little things here and there that I need to be taught, but I know what I'm doing. Then that's different. You know, everyone is different. You got to understand the masterclass is really tailored to you, to an individual. Everybody is different. You're not him. I'm not you. I'm not her. She's not me, sort of thing. Everyone needs to understand that, hey, everyone has a different kind of plan to grow. Maybe if this is your first time trading, you shouldn't be trading live yet, right? I think that's kind of smart. You know, if you're becoming a barber, maybe you shouldn't cut someone's hair the first day you picked up clippers. Maybe work on the dummies. That's what demo trading comes in. I know a lot of people say, oh, demo trading, really? Yes, really. You need to work on that. Practice at the gym, shooting the ball before you start putting you in the starting five of the NBA. What an idea, right? What a concept. Practice, guys. If you are not patient, guys, this is not for you. You really need to understand this is an investment in yourself more than anything else. Your time that you put into this is exactly what you're going to get. If you treat this like, nah, I'll cancel this week's lesson, I'll jump in when I can, you're wasting your time and you're wasting hours. But if you really want to be part of this, you really want to be part of a team that has your back, that answers your questions, that wants to be there for you and help you grow as a trader, and you see yourself doing this for the long term, then you came to the right place. Some people join Signals because, hey, they just want some help here and there, and they're not really willing to learn. Totally cool. But again, masterclass students, I call my SEAL Team 6. They're the highest of the high. They're the ones that are extremely committed. They're the Navy SEALs to me. That's the ones. The rest are, you know, they're soldiers. They're enlisted men. They're strong. They're brave. They're ready to rock. But again, SEAL Team, Special Forces. To me, that's our students. They are there. They're committed. They're the ones that, hey, they know what they're doing. They know what to handle. They don't freak out. There's no swings or anything like that. They're very, very at ease. And what's great about them is that the community that we built. I mean, how many students do we have now? I mean, probably 300, 350.
Almost 300. Yeah.
Almost 400 students. 400 students that we have. That again, I equate this. The best thing I can say is I know that we did our job when we never speak to our students again. I know it sounds awkward, but when a student does not message me or a student does not talk to me, I assume they're killing it. If a student is bombarding me, asking me questions, there's something missing. He's making mistakes. Totally okay. Okay, bother us, it's fine. But the ones that stay really quiet, they're usually doing pretty well. And that's usually the thing, right? You know, it's kind of like if you're helping a friend out and you're trying to help him get a job, and you know you're taking him to job interviews, and then one Monday comes up, he doesn't call you for a ride. He doesn't call you Tuesday for a ride or Wednesday for a ride. Obviously, you give him a call and you're like, hey, are you alive? Do you still need a ride to these interviews? You're like, and the guy's like, no, I got a job. They don't need to say it, but you can tell that their demeanor has changed. Things have been learned and they're moving forward, which is a really nice thing to see. The growth that we've seen from different students is absolutely amazing. Again, has it been for everybody? No, we get it. Again, not for everybody. We've had, you know, some students are just like still like a learning curve. They're trying to get into it. I mean, there's some students that, you know, takes them 9 months to 12 months to 18 months. And some are just quick within like a month or 3 weeks and they get it. Everyone is different. The good news is that, hey, this is your journey. You're not compared to anyone else. Again, keep your eyes on your own paper, man. What this person does is nothing to do with you. That's where if you think you have a stupid question, I get that all the time. It's not a stupid question. Just ask. That's where you have the teachers. The teachers know who you are. They know your strengths. They know your weaknesses, and they can help you get to where you need to go. Why do we know these things? Because we've done it ourselves. We're no different from you. We're not X-Men. We're not mutants. We're just people that have actually done this for a long period of time. So again, we talked about the benefits. We talked about the Discord, which is very, very important, the WhatsApp. And once you sign up with the teachers, they're going to set you up with a schedule based on your availability. So again, some are nights, some are mornings, some are during market hours, some are not during market hours. Everyone is different. But again, that's where you need to have your communication line open with your teacher through WhatsApp, and he can help you. Good news. Let's say you haven't had a chance to have a class with your teacher. That's okay. This is where I step in. Every single Monday on Masterclass, I have a video that I do every single week, every Monday, with the students alone. Only they get it. And you can see right here, go-to meeting. I do a go-to meeting just like this, and I have the students come and jump on with me, and that's our bridge between the teachers and what we're going through today. So again, you're not alone. And every single week you have a weekly video. Yeah, have fun. Weekly video with me or Anthony, and it's not joinable, but it's a recorded video explaining exactly what's going on. So no matter what, if you're in Masterclass, you're not alone.
Right.
You always have me. You always have Kevin. You always have Nick. You have Juan or Nick as your teacher. Again, you always have someone having your back. The last thing I want you guys to feel is that I'm lost, Carlos. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. That should never happen. That's not Masterclass. If you're a single member, then I don't know because everyone's different and there's so many of them. But Masterclass, the main thing is that we focus on one-on-one individual performance. And again, our success is really based on you. Again, if you're not successful, there's a problem. We got to help you and figure out why you're not. And again, more times than not, is just practice. More times than not, is you just changing your habits. To me, honestly, I think everyone can attest here, the best students are the ones that are brand new, that don't know anything, because there's no bad habits to break. It's the ones that have the arrogance, like, I know what I'm doing, you're kidding me, I've been trading for years. And they learn something new, ooh, it's like pulling teeth. It's very difficult for some people. Hey, listen, I get it. I learned how to drive a certain way. Do you drive with 10 and 2 on the wheel? I know I don't. I drive with one hand up. That's how I drive. Right, Nick? Nick is nodding at me right now. Nick probably just drives with his pinky out like that, I'm assuming. But anyways, so 10 and 2, that's what you're taught in class, right? 10 and 2, always have control on the wheel. But I drive like this. Does that mean it's a bad way to drive? No. But if I have to do a driving test, am I going to do this in front of my instructor? Probably not. 10 and 2. So again, sometimes the habits, the bad habits, sometimes you may think they're good habits, but you need to break those in order to be better. You have to change. And change is very hard to human beings, very hard to change. But there's change that's change for the bad, and there's change for progress. Bad change would be picking up, a bad habit. Good change is progressing, maybe working out or eating better or learning a new trait, something like that. Again, it's all about progress. What I really, really want to reiterate here, and I won't say much anymore after that, is progress over perfection, guys. I don't want you going to the gym, for example, here, the gym being our trading, and expect to get a body within a week. That doesn't work that way. You don't get abs in a week. You get abs years of training, actually, and eating healthy. It takes time. Just like anything else, guys, it takes time. But I'll tell you this, if you did a week, every single week, and you did it with me, every single week a video, for a year, that's 52 videos. I think after 52 videos, you probably learned something, right? Including your 15 lessons from your teacher. Do you think anyone would learn from that? I'm pretty sure you probably would. And again, I'm not going anywhere. I love this business. I love what we do. So again, it's all about keeping up and sticking to it. Be consistent over time. I'd rather you be consistent than intense. Intensity is fine. Oh, but Carlos, I have 30 trades open. No, man, I want to have the consistency over time. How are you doing over time? Are you learning? Are you charting? Are you watching macroeconomics? Do you know what the VIX is? Do you know what yields increasing mean? Do you know what the inversion of the yield curve means? Do you know what stimulus does to the market? Do you know why tech is falling? Do you know why financials are up? Do you know what rotation means? Do you know what sectors means? Do you know what PE ratio means? We know what moving averages are, Fibonacci's, RSI's. I'm probably speaking Chinese to you right now, or whatever. You're probably like, whoa, what the hell is that? You will learn all that I just said based on the teachings to you. Now, again, if you're brand new, you don't know what a stock is, I've literally had someone said, Carlos, I don't know what a stock is. That's how brand new they were. And now they're killing it. True story. I actually don't speak to that student anymore. Like I said, they haven't messaged me. What can I do? But they're on the chat. And then you have individuals that pick up like this. Again, I don't want to compare anyone to anybody. Everyone is different. But again, the first step, the journey of 1,000 miles takes with the first step. Again, if you're willing to get to learn. So with that being said, let's talk about the price and exactly what you get. So you actually have two packages, guys. You have the gold package and the platinum package. So the gold package is 10 classes only, one-on-one teaching. You have 6 months of signals included on the Discord and 6 months access to investment club. After the 6 months, you can speak to your teacher and see if you can upgrade to platinum, because you have lifetime access to both. So everyone's different. Maybe you're the type of person who's like, hey, I just need the gold package for now, and then I'll just keep with the signals later on. Totally fine. Everyone's different. Platinum is probably the most popular one because everyone likes the word lifetime. Totally, totally cool. If you're part of the lifetime service, again, it's totally fine. Again, you're with us for life. You're basically saying, yo, I am team GAR all day, every day. I want to be part of this community. So that's for you being platinum. Platinum should just might as well say, lifetime package. Might as well say that. The only reason we call it platinum is because it has 15 classes, and I actually own some platinum coins. So whatever. There's not really a rhyme or reason on that. But again, one-on-one teaching, 15 classes. After 15 classes, again, don't feel that you're left behind. I still do a class with our Masterclass students every single Monday. So again, if you have any questions, you have many outlets. You have the chat room, and you have a weekly video with me, and that's where I'm at to help you guys. So, if anything, I'm teaching with you guys too. I'm helping my guys out. Not many CEOs are as hands-on as me. And again, I actually take pride in that because it's something that me and my team have built together. But again, every individual means something. It's part of something. You're investing in the company. To me, you're like a shareholder. To me, you're saying, yo, I believe in your company. I believe in your service. I've seen you on Instagram. I've seen you on YouTube. I've seen you on Twitter. I've seen you on this and seen you on that. And I want it. And that's totally fine. Again, it's a big decision. Totally understand. $5,000 for a package. I'm pretty sure you've seen the fly-by-night and all that stuff. Totally get it. The good news is that there is a 14-day money-back policy? Am I correct?
Yep.
14-day money-back policy. You sign a contract, of course. So again, let's say within 2 weeks it's not for you. You can let us know. We'll take care of it for you. But after 14 days, no refunds will be honored. Just for the simple fact there's so many damn students. That's it. We can't just keep up forever. So that's where we are with that. Again, joining us, guys, is really an investment in yourself. Do you want to do this? Do you want to be a trader, or do you think you want to be a trader? Thinking you want to be a trader is not enough. You really got to act on it. The good news is that $5,000, we understand. But what's great is that you can also do payment plans. Here are the payment plans breakdown. You can do 50% down, so it'd be $1,500 for gold or $2,500 for platinum. And I believe it's what, $250 a month. Am I correct?
$250 biweekly or $500 monthly?
$250 biweekly, $500 monthly. And of course, guys, if you have any issues with payments, this is where you message a teacher and you say, hey, listen, I got paid next week and I get you next week. That's where you speak to the teacher and then he'll help you out. Our back office tracks all the payments. And if you don't pay and don't let us know, you'll be removed from Discord. That's automatic. That's just all done from the back office. But if you let your teachers know and say, hey, listen, man, I got caught up, Christmas shopping or whatever, life happens, totally understand. That's where you message the teachers and they can assist you. So again, that's how we have it in regards to payment plans. It's 50% down, $500 a month payment until paid off. And then once you're platinum and you're paid off, man, hey, you're pretty much on easy street and you're rocking with us for lifetime. I mean, I don't see us going anywhere. So with that being said, that's all the benefits and everything like that. I'm going to go ahead and yield the floor to the teachers and the staff here because I've been talking way too much. So if little Nick wants to say something and give his closing statements, by all means.
So I want to point out that all of us have also different trading styles. All of us. I've noticed over the years, especially after I calmed down with my 114 trades a month, I've noticed I'm a more conservative trader. I like to watch that risk only because I was awful with my risk management back before. I blew 3 accounts with Forex and I blew 1 account with options. So I'm overall conservative. We go over a lot of key details, and I noticed I've been also shadowing before I got into teaching this year. I've been shadowing Nick D a lot, and I still do pop in on his sessions. And I want to wish everyone luck. We would love to have you on board with us, so you can experience the community that we have built all together. And cheers until then. My email is on the chat. You can directly get in touch with me through there, or if any of you guys are through Discord, you can always DM me there. Generally throughout the day, me and Kev are both on Discord. I've noticed also I'm in everything. I would like to say that I'm in all the chats. I see everything. I don't always comment on it, but you can always reach out to me. I'm always around, and we just look forward to having you on board with us. So.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. It's almost 8 o'clock, and Asia is about to open. So Kevin, me, Nick are gonna go ahead and look at some futures and see what we got, because futures is 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So it's team no sleep over here. This is why I take naps right around after the bell, so I can at least get some rest. So I want to go ahead and say a big thank you to Juan, to Nick, and to Kevin. Kevin, my apologies, your mic wasn't working. That's totally cool. Thanks for being on. Your emails are on the chat here. Guys, if you have any questions, again, if you are interested in joining or have any questions, feel free to email our customer service team, GARcapital@gmail.com. That's the email address you signed up to get part of this webinar. So again, behalf of everybody here, thanks for taking the time out of your day. You gentlemen as well, have a great night. I know you guys have other stuff you got to do. So we'll leave it there. And until the next video, cheers, guys. We'll check you guys for the next one. See you
Take
guys
care.
later. Thanks,
Bye, guys.
guys.
Good night.
Night.
Night.